Good morning. Looks like I need to
close that window.
close the blind because the dog is looking at something and thinks she's chasing. Oh, there's a squirrel out front. No wonder.
Squirrel.
Squirrel.
His girlfriend.
Get back. Sorry.
No, she'll go out the other window.
Get... Right.
Welcome to Divine Fellowship
Lost your
home
window
version.
privileges. Just lost your window privileges. Including that one.
Look out the cat window. Hope you're having a good morning this morning. I'm going to adjust this just a tad, Phil.
Yeah, welcome to live presentations.
And why is this not right?
Non-edited.
Why is this not right? It slipped.
Because it slipped.
We slipped a cog, people.
Yeah, big surprise. Is that better?
Yeah, well, yeah, some.
Some?
Some.
That
That's
should
good.
do it.
That's good.
That should do it.
That did it.
Good morning again.
Good morning again.
It's Tracy and Valerie and
Marlena
and everybody else. So, oh goodness.
Amen to that.
What a week. So, hopefully everyone had a good one, or as good as can be. And
Good
also
as it
for
gets. There's a hole in the curtain this big, and she's got her peek through it. Oh well.
Okay.
So
All right.
it is.
T-shirts and sweatshirts that you could get. These are science type stuff. Okay. And
Thanks
in fact,
for clarifying that.
Yeah. And in fact, it says science matters, and then it has protons and neutrons and microscopes and
matters.
all kinds. Yeah. And it's got a glass that's half full of air and half full of liquid. And says technically the glass is always full.
Well, that's a good way to look at it.
Yep. Using statistics.
He's always full of it.
I am. Using statistics to prove a point is just mean.
Oh.
Science doesn't care what you believe. And science works, whether you believe it or not. Mind matter. And then it's got a picture of a fan. And it says, the organic matter is about to hit the rotary oscillator. Science class. If it's biology, it's got a little frog. If it's alive, biology. If it stinks, chemistry. If it moves, physics.
Which are you, Phil? All of the above.
All of the above.
Don't mind us.
I know. We do have a couple patron saints by the name of John Lennon and George Carlin.
Yay, George and John.
May their souls both rest in peace. And John said, your inside is out and your outside is in. Yes, he did. He did say that. And George, the only good thing that ever came out of religion was the music.
Some of it.
Some of it.
Some of it's really bad.
Some of it.
All those old hymns, though. Man, sometimes I really miss those old hymns.
Ringing in the sheaves, ringing in the sheaves. We will come rejoicing, ringing in the sheaves.
Do you know when I was a kid, I used to think that meant bringing in the sheep?
I had no idea what it
Bringing in
meant.
the sheep.
I had no idea
Bringing
what
in
it
the
meant.
sheep.
So, it took until just a year or two ago for me to figure it out. Eddie's Grand Ice Cream created the flavor Rocky Road after the stock market crash of October of 1929. The company hoped the flavor's whimsical name would give people something to smile about.
I'm still
And it
smiling
still does.
over
Yeah.
Rocky Road.
I mean, Rocky Road it's one of those things that just kind of makes you smile, doesn't it? Whether or
Although
not you like it.
I do prefer toffee.
Yeah, I don't really like the flavor. But I love the name. So.
You were just whacked. He's whacked. You guys pray for me, right? You do?
Okay. Things that make you go, make you stop and think for a while. A man who has to be convinced to act before he acts is not a man of action. You must act as you breathe. The efforts which we make to escape from our destiny only serve to lead us into it.
Oh, ain't that the dang truth? Ain't that the truth?
I will read it again. This is
Yeah.
Ralph Waldo Emerson.
Go, Ralph.
The efforts which we make to escape from our destiny only serve to lead us into it. Haha.
It's
And
true.
luck is being ready for the chance.
Hmm.
Like that one too.
Yeah, I did too.
And the last one, appropriately enough, since tomorrow is Martin Luther King Day, this is from Martin Luther King Jr. The arm of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice.
Wise man.
Was a wise man. Unlike a wise guy. What? Yesterday is already a dream. Excuse me. Tomorrow is only a vision. But today, well lived, makes every yesterday a dream of happiness, and every tomorrow a vision of hope. Isn't that nice?
That is very nice. Who said that one?
That was from the Sanskrit.
Ooh, cool.
Early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. Benjamin Franklin, of course.
How many people's mother
I
chanted
know.
that to them daily?
Yeah. All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players.
That's true.
Willie Shakespeare.
Yep.
Yep. All right. Little kids. This one was Camille, age 10. What is the right age to get married? 23 is the best age because you know the person forever by then.
Forever.
Yeah. Freddie, age 6. They think of a 6-year-old.
6-year-old.
6-year-old. No age is good to get married. You got to be a fool to get married.
Eddie.
And then Derek, age 8. How can a stranger tell if two people are married? Well, you might have to guess based on whether they seem to be yelling at the same kids.
There's truth to that.
There's some truth to that. There is some truth to that. Okay. And we end my part today with another groaner.
Oh, dear.
Just telling you. Just saying. A group of friars were behind on their belfry payments. So they opened up a small florist shop to raise funds. Since everyone liked to buy flowers from the men of God, a rival florist across town thought the competition was unfair. He asked the good friars to close down. But they would not. He went back and begged the friars to close. They ignored him. So the rival florist hired Hugh McTaggart, the roughest, most
Not
vicious,
Hugh.
oh yeah, the roughest and most vicious thug in town to persuade them to close. Hugh beat up the friars and trashed their store, saying that he'd be back if they didn't close up shop. Well, terrified, they did so, thereby proving that only Hugh can prevent florist friars. I told you it was a groaner. I told you.
It wasn't even worthy of groans.
I thought it was.
It was worthy of
I laughed.
deep sighs.
Well, yeah,
Chagrins.
but I laughed. It puts a grin on my face.
And that's the only thing that matters, right, Phil?
Well, no, people don't let their they don't just let things go very often. I mean, there are tons of things out there that are funnier than all get out, and most people just ignore them or don't react to them. Life is funny.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Life is funny.
Mm-hmm.
See,
That's-
big grown. Thanks, Marlena.
That's why I married you, because you're a funny guy. Well, that's not the only reason I married you. You're very cute. You're adorable. But that's why we start services with jokes, is because it's really hard to stay stuck in misery and laugh at the same time. It's hard to stay stressed and laugh at the same time. Even a groan is a shift out of the mundane, out of the ordinary, out of stress. So that's why we do that. It's kind of dumb and people think it's stupid.
You
but
have to laugh. You have to laugh, or life will get ya.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's about the truth of it, isn't it?
All right.
That's it for you?
That's it for me. You're on.
Oh, dear Lord. You know, we still have that bright light. We tried to work on that, but
It's not as bad
what
as it
we
was.
didn't work very well, so I'm still kind of glared out over here. Anyway, hope you can handle it, because this is how it is for now. Because it's home version, and we're not at the services at church. Boy, I miss that building, don't you? I miss the wall paintings and the angels painted on the wall and the big star scene on the sanctuary. I miss all that. I miss seeing your faces as well. I think you probably miss it too. So, with that said, that even though that is sad, I'm so grateful for this format, because this allows us to connect. Even though we're not face to face, can't do hugs. We do air hugs even if I see you across the way. I can't even touch you then. I have to do air hugs. But I'm grateful for this. This allows people from all over to tune in, and it allows people anytime to tune in. So if Sunday morning you feel like you need to sleep in, just do. It's okay. And catch us when you can. If you get to tune in with us, that's wonderful, because it does do my heart good to see names on the screen. I can actually see a couple of the names now, because I had my vision done. I'm glad that's all over with. Boy, that just wore me out. I don't know if it was the sedative or what, but something that took me down. So I want to chat with you today about turmoil and tackling turmoil. We've had a lot of it and ongoing, and it seems to be just here for a while. And I don't know about you, but some days are better than others for me. And some days the turmoil really gets to me, and I just struggle, I anguish. And it's hard to find things to laugh about. And I'm pretty silly, pretty goofy. So if I'm not laughing, that's not a really good sign. But there have been days that I haven't had it in me. And so as I come to you wanting to share this information with you, I want you to know I'm in the trenches with you. I'm not oblivious to the turmoil. I'm not oblivious to the chaos. I'm not oblivious to the trauma that's going on. The key is to notice and be aware without being overwhelmed. And boy, that can be a real challenge, can't it? So I have a technique today I want to share with you that could help you. Now, with this said, I did this technique earlier in the week because I was struggling. Like I said, I was really struggling. And it didn't work. So I was like, how can I take people through this process when it didn't work? So I did it again. And it didn't work again. And so then I asked Jesus to help me. And he kind of smiled. And he said, here's how it's done. And he showed me. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so easy. And they said, now you try. And I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. So I tried it again. He asked me to try it again. And this time, I leaned into him, leaned into his energy. Delilah just laid down. So hopefully she won't bark today. So I leaned into his energy, and I could do it. I could do the process. And the more I leaned into him, the more I could do the process. And it was amazing. So I'm going to share that with you here in a bit. But that brought me into recognizing one of the stories about Jesus, and then I reread it this morning again, and I cracked myself up. It just was hilarious. So the story was Jesus falling asleep in the boat. Now here's the thing. Jesus was doing all his public speaking, and then we'd go from one side of the Sea of Galilee, whatever, across to the other side, and then he'd do more speaking. So he was taking a nap in the boat. Poor man was tired. It's hard work to put yourself out there and really express what people need to hear, and he was worn out. And so as he slept, then the storm arose. And as this storm arose, everyone in the boat got frightened. And you know the story. They wake him up, say, we're going to perish, we're going to perish. And he says, peace, be still. The winds die down and the waters get calm. And here's the funny part. I have to read to you the funny part. Because the peace be still. We're going to talk about that. But here's the funny part. Oh, glasses. With my new eyesight, I can see distance, but I can't see up close. And I'm not used to that. So I have to remember to put these on. I can see now. And he himself was in the stern, asleep on a cushion. And they awoke and said to him, Teacher, do you not care that we are perishing? This is Mark 4, chapter 4, verses 38. Then 39. And being aroused, he rebuked the wind and said to the sea, Hush, be still. This is New American Standard Version. King James says, Peace, be still. Either way works, doesn't it? Be still. Hush, be still, or peace, be still. And the wind died down, and it became perfectly calm. So the wind died down, it slowed itself down, and became peaceful. And he said to them, Why are you so timid? How is it that you have no faith? And usually we stop reading right about there. And I want to read you the next verse, because this just cracks me up. And they became very much afraid, and said to one another, Who is this then, that even the wind and the sea obey him? So instead of feeding their faith, freaked them out. Have you ever been freaked out? Have you ever had an insight that was so profound you freaked yourself out? Yeah, we do that, don't we? That's a part of this expanded awareness, is our own power sometimes freaks us out. Because we have power to do stuff. We're going to tap into that power today. The power of peace. Now, peace is an interesting commodity, is it not? Peace isn't the absence of fear. Peace isn't the absence of trauma. But peace is this beautiful energy of serenity. And I'm reminded of a painting I saw years ago. I wish I could find that painting. I haven't been able to do that. But it was a painting of a little bird, and it was in this little alcove of rock. And you could see branches rattling and storm. I don't know how the artist captured such a beautiful stormy scene. And here's this little bird just sitting there. And the title of the painting was Peace. Peace isn't the absence of storms. Peace isn't the absence of turmoil. It's the absence of turmoil within. So that as we have this level of peace, then that expands. And that peace is generated out. Our pets feel better. Our house feels better. Our physical space feels better. And we can send peace into this world. I want to read to you, got glasses, I remember this time, something that Martin Luther King said, just like Phil said something about him today. The words of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, Peace is not merely a distant goal we seek, but a means by which we arrive at that goal. Peace is this ongoing energy that creates more of itself. Peace begets peace. Peace engenders peace. You know, we've been talking about superpowers. Darn glasses again. I'm used to not being able to need them. And I don't know if you picked up a superpower lotto card from the last drive-by we did. If you didn't, we'll have to do another drive-by and let you get one of these. These are just awesome. Because it has all the superpowers of gratitude, kindness, forgiveness, honor, courage, and expanded awareness, and the sacred energies that are a result of that, which is abundance, love, peace, hope and grace, power and joy. Let me just read to you briefly what the energy of peace is with each of these. So with gratitude, and gratitude is that the truth of our blessings, noticing our blessings. And gratitude plus peace says, a grateful heart is untroubled by circumstances. Relax into peace with gratitude. Relax into peace with gratitude. So gratitude is a stepping stone into discovering and creating peace, engendering peace. Let's see what kindness has to do with peace. Kindness is the expression of a compassionate heart, by the way. These are definitions that I asked what you needed to know about peace or about gratitude or kindness. And this is what came up. So you put gratitude and the sacred energy of peace together, and it says, be kind. Your actions without expectations yield deep and lasting purposefulness. When we are locked in our purpose, we engender peace. When we are locked into our purposefulness, we're not disrupted by outside chaos. We're not disrupted by turmoil. It takes us to a whole higher level of awareness that even though that stuff still exists, it doesn't own us. It doesn't control us. It doesn't infest our awareness. Make sense? Cool stuff. So forgiveness and peace. This is what that says. Free at last. Burdens lift to bring you bliss. Doors open for you now. Step through. If you feel like doors are closed or you feel like you're locked down, now we've been termed the COVID stuff that we're going through right now as a lockdown. You want to break free from that? Engender peace. And one tool in which to engender peace is forgiveness. Well, how do you forgive the unforgivable? You let it go. You don't harbor it and hang on to it and wallow in it. You put it away from you. And for me, that's give it to Jesus. Give it up. Remember I did that process a few weeks ago where we took our core crystal that gets clogged with all this stuff and we gave it to Jesus. I've had to do that several times this week. Give it to Jesus. Because I can't carry it. It's too big for me. It weighs me down, burdens me down, and steals my peace. So I get to give it up as best I can for now. And if it comes back, I can give it up again. And I don't have to beat myself up about that. That's just a part of being human. It's just a part of our journey here. Right? So be gentle with yourself. And distance yourself from the things that distress you. Don't be oblivious of them, but rather than having them in your heart space, have them out there as an external experience. And you can notice them and be aware of them and still stay active in your present awareness and know that if there's action you need to take, you'll be led to take it. But when we're all caught up and distressed, we have no peace, we have no peace of mind, we have no peace of our heart, and we are locked down. And we can't function, we can't focus, we can't know the next right step because we're blocked up. So peaceful experience sometimes requires us to give it up. We want to hang on to it, don't we? Because if we hang on to it, we think we'll learn. We think we'll be on guard. No. Peacefulness brings us a stronger sense of being on guard and being protected than fearful. Try that. See how that feels. Honor plus peace. Doing the right thing frees you from worry and fear. Honor your own journey. If you want to move beyond your fear, walk in this upright heart. Your upright heart knows the right thing to do. And when you're doing that, you're in peace. You're walking a peaceful path, no matter what's going on around you. The wind may be blowing, but you're still who you are. You're not the wind. You're who you are. Walk in that. Walk in that. Instead of being freaked out, find that peace. So courage is the next one. Courage and peace. When they meet together, peace awakens courage. And when they meet, fear departs. Runs like hell, actually. Yes, I did write that. Runs like hell. Yeah. Fear runs when we lock and load into peace. That activates courage. It gives us the strength of will to move forward and do the next right thing, whatever that might be. And the last one is expanded awareness with peace. Tranquility comes to you now. Feel it, be it, express it. Rise up. Rise up. Be strong. Stand in your faith. Of course, we could be just like the apostles and be afraid even when there's faith. I think that's hilarious. How true is that? We find divine sources working in our life, and then that freaks us out too. But that's part of being human, is it not? We get to cut ourselves some slack and kind of just laugh that off. Have you been afraid lately? I know I have. Have you been overwhelmed lately? Yeah, I have. And I can laugh that off. Because that's not who I am. It's just an experience I was experiencing for a while. Big stuff. Peace is a choice. And peace is an outcome of the choices we make. Where do you want to walk? I want to walk in peace. So whatever's going on out there isn't going on in here. And here's the really cool thing, is that peace is this energetic structure that multiplies. If I find myself at peace, my animals respond to that. Have you ever noticed that? When I'm all spun up, they get spun up. I get stressed out. When I'm at peace, my world gets peaceful. But it's more than that, dear friends. When we're at peace, dear ones, then somebody else who is seeking peace finds it, experiences it, and expands it. And I have two people who have peace. And then a third person and a fourth person, and on and on and on and on. And peace builds upon peace. And it starts right here. Starts with us. Starts with me. I get to bring myself into a place of peace. And when I bring myself into a place of peace, joy happens. The abundance happens. The lightheartedness happens. Everything else flows. So I'm going to walk you through a guided meditation today. We're going to go back to a sacred space. We've done this before. And this time we're going to look at changing ourselves and changing our world. And it's powerful stuff. And you're ready for this. If you weren't ready for this, you wouldn't be watching this. If you weren't ready for this, you would not be watching this. So you're ready. So with that understanding, I want you to center into your heart space. Now, as you're centered in your heart space, notice your Ascension Orb. We've talked about this before. It's that spinning ball of light that acts as a gyroscope spiritually for us. It's behind the stomach and in front of the spine. And just notice that. Then we recently spoke about the Discernment Orb, which is a piece of this Ascension Orb that separates itself off and goes up and invests itself into your pituitary gland, the center of your brain, midway, every right in the middle. And this helps you discern. This helps you understand and perceive with clarity. So notice that. And when you're noticing that, notice how much stronger you feel. It's easy to forget that stuff. It's easy to just think that we're the trauma that we're experiencing. It's not the truth of who you are. The truth of who you are is you are balanced, you're aware, and you're love. And your mind will find a way. Your mind is this beautiful search engine that knows a lot of stuff and can find answers for you when you give it the right command to find. If you give your brain a command to find things to be afraid about, just like the apostles, you could be afraid of the thing that is bringing you peace. Or you could move beyond that and find that peace. Be the peace. So, feeling that centeredness, feeling that awareness, that expanded awareness, and that willingness to seek peace. Just be with that. Notice in your body where all the tension might be hiding. And gently, gently, gently just let it fall to the earth, into the earth. Let the earth receive that. It's just energy. For you, it's tension and trauma and fear and anguish. For the earth, it's just a vibration. Just let the earth have it. And as you're letting the earth have that, let fresh, bright energy from divine source flow into you and replace that. Let that fresh, bright energy touch your ascension, your discernment orb, and your ascension orb, and your heart space. And let it fill your mind, your body, and your energy field. So you're vibrating now at this higher level of energy, and there's no place for that fear. You can cut yourself some slack. Fear is a human response, and it's okay. But you don't have to stay there. For this moment, for now, you can be free of it. You can be energized and revitalized with this bright, fresh energy from divine source. Now in your imagination, I'd like you to find yourself a door. Any door. You'll know the right door when you see it. And just notice that door. It may look like an antique door. It may look like a modern door. It may have a window in it. It may not. Just notice that door. And as you get to that door, it will only open for you. Because this is a doorway to your sacred space, your sacred awareness. This is your sacred place where you can change things, where you can make a difference in your own body, in your own mind, in your own heart, and in the world. And notice, does the door open towards you, or does the door open towards the end, into the room that you're going to step into? Just notice. No right, no wrong. Just notice. And open that door and step through. And as you close the door behind you, it has a locking mechanism or sealing mechanism, something that makes this impenetrable by anything other than what you invite into this room. So there won't be any fear in this room unless you've invited it in. This is a place of sacredness. And for this moment, you can choose to not have fear enter this room with you. Leave it outside the door. You can always pick it up on your way out if you'd like. Now this room is equipped with an energetic Siri or whatever. So you can say, lights on, please, and the lights will illuminate, the room will illuminate. Let there be light, whatever phrase you would like to use. And the room is lit, bright, cheerful, to just the perfect level for you. If you'd like softer lights, because you would like this to be kind of a soft space, that's fine. If you want it bright and cheerful, then that's what it'll be for you. And notice we created a comfy chair for us last time, the side table last time, the fireplace. And there's an extra chair if you'd ever like to invite somebody in to visit with, you could do that. But for now, we're just going to notice that. And notice the double doors that lead us outside. And as you step close to those double doors, you see that it's stormy outside. See the storm? Or do you see bright, cheerful garden? We're going to allow ourselves to be at peace and ask for that storm to subside. Now, when I tried this, I couldn't do it. Storm maintained. So you might want to invite Jesus or some guide or some angel to come and assist you. And ask for that assistance. You have a right to that assistance. And they'll be here because if you invite them, they can. They can come into your sacred space. For me today, this morning, right now there's no storm. But there was a big storm last time I tried this. So I'm happy to see that the energy that I engendered last time has still remained. But for you, if you see a storm, with the power of the energy of the being that you have invited in, the spirit being that you've invited in, tell it, peace, be still. Hush, be still. That doesn't mean there's not chaos in other people's hearts. It doesn't mean there's not chaos in the world. It just means for here and for now, in your space of influence, it's peaceful. And if it didn't work very well, do it again. And if it didn't work very well that time, do it again. Ask your guide, your angel, or Jesus to do it for you. You have the right to ask for that help. Peace, be still. And when you feel comfortable doing so, step outside into the garden. And as you walk through the garden, I want you to find your way to the little waterfall feature, the water feature. There's one here. If you haven't seen it before, it's being created for you right this moment, and you'll find it. And as you find your way to the water feature, you notice that the water's flowing. Perhaps it's bubbling over rocks, and maybe there's a little stream, maybe there's a little pond, maybe there's fish in it. And it's peaceful. It feels peaceful here. You can engender the sense of peace. Now maybe for you in the real world, peace is taking your dog for a walk, or having a nap with a kitty cat laying on your lap. Excuse me. Or maybe it's just sitting and watching the birds in the bird bath. Or maybe it's just remembering a lovely time in your life. Have that sense of peace here, now. Doesn't mean things are still, because the water's moving. The fish in the pond are moving. But it means that it's moving gently and peacefully. And the energy within that peaceful setting reinforces the peacefulness within. Feels beautiful here. And now I'd like you to notice beyond this waterfall, water feature, and the pond and the fish, that there are trees beyond that. Are the trees still, or are they moving? Is the wind blowing through the trees? Is it a gentle breeze, or is it a raging storm? If it's a very strong breeze, again, peace be still. Peace be still. And perhaps you would like to wander through those trees just a bit. And as you're wandering through those trees and you feel just the peacefulness of this space, you allow yourself to notice the bench, park bench, and allow yourself to have a seat. And as you sit, you can look back and you can see the waterfall and you can see the stream. Probably can't see the fish because they're under the water, but you know that they're peacefully swimming in that calm water. And you can see the beautiful garden, and you can see the double doors you came through. And you have this deep sense of peace. And if you look the other way, you can see beyond your sacred space out into the world. Maybe you see chaos out there. Maybe you see difficulty or stress. Maybe you see a storm. For me, it was a very gray looking fog. And then wind battering, rain around. But in my space, it was peaceful. I get to be at peace. And now looking beyond, even beyond that, notice that there's little pockets of peace. There's a pocket of peace over there. There's a pocket of peace over there. And there's a pocket of peace over there. These are other people who are not paying attention to the storm, but are paying attention to their faith. And bless them. Send them a blessing. Bless you on your journey. Bless you for being peace. Bless you for finding peace. And as you send out those blessings, know that you in turn are blessed. That strengthens your peace. And their peaceful little pocket gets brighter. And your peaceful little pocket gets brighter still. And notice next to you, there is a package that's been left here for you. This is a gift from Divine Source that will help you in finding peace and maintaining peace. So if it's wrapped in a package, open it up. If it's not wrapped and it's unwrapped and readily available, notice that. And receive this gift. This gift will bless you. Whatever that symbolic object is, even if you don't know what its significance is for you, receive it and know that it's a gift from Divine Source that will have amazing power to assist you in not only keeping the peace within yourself, but engendering the peace and sending it out into the world that so desperately needs it. So allow yourself to receive that with deep gratitude. And now notice that within that gratitude, there is a gift that is created here for you to give. Maybe you want to leave it here on the park bench. Maybe you want to send it out into the world. Maybe it's a word or a thought or a feeling. Just know that whatever comes up for you has deep spiritual significance. And we'll talk about that in a bit. So receiving your gift, giving your gift. And as you do so, noticing again the peacefulness of your surroundings, noticing that there's even more bright peacefulness out there than you saw a moment ago. More peace is being engendered. And allow yourself to find your way back through those trees, back around the waterfall and the pond and the brook. Noticing again how beautiful and peaceful that is. And walking through your garden, and you can smell the beautiful flowers that may be in your haste or maybe in your stress. Couldn't really stop and smell the roses because life was hard. It still has challenges, does it not? But with peace, we can find all the energies of courage, grace, and beauty. Walking back through the double doors, you may want to leave them open. You may want to close them, whatever feels right to you. back into your sacred space, noticing that comfortable chair and the fireplace. And again, adjust the lights off or lights down or whatever feels right to you. And unseal the door, step back through the door, close the door behind you, and know that no one or no thing can enter that space without your permission. So even as you go about your daily activities now, your sacred space that is in the ethereal realms, that is actually a part of who you are, has peace. And you can bring your awareness into that state of peace at any time. And allow yourself to step back into this time and space, back into the here and now, back into your body, fully recharged, fully revitalized, peaceful, joyful. I want to wiggle fingers, wiggle toes. We didn't go very far, but we went deeply. So bring yourself back gently. And we'll do communion here, and then I will address any of your comments about what you received as a gift and what you gave as a gift. So, Mr. Phil, if you join me again, please, sir. He's coming. Excuse me. Welcome back.
It's brighter out here.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting glared up.
Yeah, getting glared up.
Getting glared
Oh,
up.
it's those windows up there.
Yeah.
Not much we can do about those.
Well, I was going to let you take one.
Oh, okay. Want to do that one first?
Oh, yeah, okay.
She's new at this. She's new at this.
Communion.
I don't know if that helped or not.
I don't know. So, it is what it is. It's life, right? We just take it as it comes. Communion. As we partake of this, let us remember the one who walked the ascended path, opened the doors for us, who is peace.
Toast. I know I'm sacrilegious.
Well, you know our phrase, it's better to be sacrilegious than sanctimonious. So
Yep.
Let's do a prayer with this one. Loving Spirit of Light, as we drink this in, help us to drink in life. All of it, even the difficult stuff. But help us to drink it in with peace. Guide us into peace. Walk with us in peace. In the name of the Ascended One, Jesus. Amen.
Do the Om thing.
Do the Om thing?
Yeah. It really does work.
It does. We did that at church. We were really kind of cool.
Thanks, Beth. Beth's always up there. Thanks for the donations for the building and for the Divine Fellowship. Mm-hmm. It is sincerely appreciated. Sometimes we get surprises. Those were nice. Thank you. Thank you, people that do things like that. That's wonderful.
We've had several.
We have. So you can send it in. You can go PayPal. There's a link on the Divine Fellowship site. If you do Amazon, you can do Amazon. If you do Amazon Smile, you can actually put the Divine Fellowship on. No, the problem is that up there, it's the big window sign. That's not going to help.
Nope, it's not helping at all. Then I'm going to make something fall over if I'm not careful.
So don't do that.
Okay.
I'm
Light sensitive here.
Anyway, that's it. I'll see if I can maybe do something. I'm going to push it in further.
The handle of that.
I see.
Did that help? That helped a little. Crash. So, here, let me move this.
I think that was holding.
I think it's a little better.
Yeah, there's so much on the window, on the wall that's.
And then it's on the wall behind me and
Here,
hurts
let
my
me help.
eyes.
Let me help. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, just stay right there, Phil. No, don't stay there. I need you on the phone.
Yeah, that was it.
You know, we need to get our yard umbrella and angle it and have it right there for...
Probably. Okay.
It's either that or move. We might have to move.
I got
Ah!
Oh, not that kind of move.
Move is a 4-letter word, not to be mentioned in polite company. So if you had any questions about your guided meditation, I'm going to intercom Mr. Phil, type them up, send them to Phil, and he can mention them, and I'll do my best to interpret for you. Anything there, Mr. Phil?
Valerie just said thanks. It was a great meditation.
You're very, very welcome. And I hope that the goal of that meditation was to allow you to have something in your awareness that fast. You've already created it. It's already there. So in a split second, you can take yourself out of fear and distress into that space of peace. And the good news with that is that even though it's imperative to stay alert and know what's going on in your world, you don't have to let that disturb who you really are. That this place of peace exists and you can access it at any time. So anybody have a question about their...
Valerie said she got the lotto card, cracked herself up. Just noticed there was more to it on the other side.
Oh! Well, I'm glad you discovered that, Valerie. That's a good thing. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff there.
Marlena was given a camel, a horse, and a doggy in that order. And she gave back a cameo.
A cameo. Okay. So, let me deal with the cameo first. What I'm getting on that is a cameo is always a side view. And it's carved in stone. What this is asking you to do is give difficulty your profile. Don't look at it straight on. I mean, you gotta be aware, but don't focus on it. Instead, this gives you, what you gave back is your abilities that you're gonna help other people to look beyond the trauma and look at peace. So this is allowing you to just show your face. Just show, you don't have to head on into difficulty. You can know that it's there and go your way. Your way is that way. Trouble is over here. And you're here to help other people see that and find that for themselves. So it was a camel, a horse, and a dog?
Yep.
Okay, so the camel is about enduring through hardship. You know, they have that hump that is their water source. So you have what you need to endure hardship. Horse is about power. This is about being able to take yourself where you need to go, when you need to go, how you need to go there. It's about having the power to change the world. You came here to change the world, and you are. And the dog is about loyalty. Being loyal to who you really are. Being loyal to your faith. Being loyal to your commitment to enjoying your journey. And dogs really know how to have fun, don't they? Even a stick is fun to a dog. So this reminds you that it's okay to have fun. That you've got what it takes to endure, you have the power, and you have the joy. Well, I think that's pretty dang cool. Thank you for sharing that. Anything else, Mr. Phil? I lost you.
Hello?
There you are. Say again?
Can you hear me?
Now I can.
Oh, I didn't do anything. Myrna had old wooden doors pulled towards her. Received a wrapped up. I can't figure out what she's got here. I gave a wrapped up rose quartz shaped in a heart.
Okay. So for you, I don't know what the other thing was. I'll have to go online and see if I can translate that for you. It's all about love. It's all about love. What you give back in this meditation is what you came here to do. You didn't come here to be afraid. You came here to be love. Remember that. Everything else is just stuff. Okay, what else, Phil?
From Myrna or next person?
Next person.
That would be Jenny. She got a blown glass red heart and gave back a beach rock in the shape of a heart.
Okay, so again, it's about love. This blown glass heart. Who do you think breathed into that? Divine Source. So let that Divine Source breathe into you. And it was red, right, Phil?
Yep.
So this is about passion, having passion for life. Whatever you're focusing on next, you're going to be able to put your heart into it and be God-breathed. That's what inspiration means, is God-breathed. Let yourself be inspired because it's here for you. And you gave back a river rock that was in the shape of a heart?
Beach rock,
Beach rock, okay. So this is, the troubles of life can wear you smooth or wear you out. Let it wear you smooth. Let go of the rough edges. You don't have to hurt. You don't have to be imprisoned any longer for this. And let the truth of who you are, that inspired one, let that shine through. Blessings on that.
I think we
What
got
else?
one more.
Okay.
Joe had the door leading into her sacred space was a sliding door, and the dolphin was the gift she left in gratitude.
All right. And who was this, dear?
Joe.
Okay. So dolphins are about playful communication, joyfulness. They can leap high out of the water and dive deep into the water. So this is about navigating your world joyfully. Navigating your world joyfully. You came here to dance. That's what you do. That's what your heart does. So let yourself do that and know that it's way okay, and what a gift to be given that ability, and what a gift to be able to share that. And what did she give back, Phil?
Gratitude.
Gratitude. Okay. So gratitude is a gateway experience that allows all of those other energies to enter. So just acknowledging that gratitude allows all of these other energies to grow even further within you. So because our conversation today was about peace, allow yourself to communicate peace in whatever you choose to do. And life is a dance, and you get to move through it effortlessly. Thank you. Is there anything else?
Nope, we're good.
Okay. All right. So it looks like there probably is another one or two. I will get back online as soon as we're done here, and we'll respond. So thank you for participating in this. May peace be with you, as it certainly can. He's retired. Excuse me, he's retired.
How'd you guess? Why would you say that?
Although no work is not really an option for you.
No.
Because he's been working on the water heater and all kinds of stuff around the house projects. Anyway. Love to all, blessings to all, and peace to all. Remember that peace is in your grasp. Peace is within you. And the more peaceful we can allow peace to reign within, the more it expands, and the more others can tap into it as well. So, loving and blessings, bringing that energy in from the higher source. Rub your hands together, get the energy flowing. Bring it into your being, left hand to right hand back to your heart space. That completes that circuit. And you can feel this energy build. And within this energy, there's all kinds of aspects of this energy. It's peace, abundance, joy, bliss, courage, harmony, all kinds of things, all kinds of energies are here. There may be someone in your circle of influence that could use energy. Do you remember Richard from church? His wife was diagnosed with cancer and they're not doing well. It's hard. It's hard on a caregiver. It's hard on someone when you love someone so dearly. They were very close, are very close. And to see them suffer is really, really hard. So you might want to put Richard in your little bubble.
And his wife.
And his wife. I know other people who are struggling. Heather's trying to move her mom from one house that's got stairs and unsafe to a house that's all on one level, and that's a challenge. It's hard. Change is hard. So
Been there, done that.
Yeah. Whoever is in your circle of influence that is struggling right now, wrap them in this energy, or build this energy and send it to them. And then release. We don't want any psychic backwash. Let them have that. They have access that grants them access to the divine source that is a never-ending source of that. Bringing fresh, bright energy into the heart, left, right, back to the heart. Building that energy again. It takes energy to maintain energy. It takes energy to shift out of fear and into faith. And it takes joy. So allow yourself to rebuild that energy field again. Bring it into your own heart space. Because when you're in a good place, you can engender a good place for others. Sending that out into your community, out into the world. May your life be a prayer. God bless. Don't work too hard.
But work.
And we'll see you next time. God bless.